Let's see here. Sharing out to Twitter. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Max, Hillel, welcome to the chat. Stezzy, TAC is gone, bro. You're many, many hours behind, my friend. TAC has been gone for many hours. Jack, Tumbo. All right. I don't remember very well where I was, so this is going to take me a minute. Michael, welcome. Aiden, welcome. Thank you, Aiden. Can people in the chat hear me? Can you guys see me and hear the game and see the game and everything? How's the stream doing? All right. All right, cool. Puerto Costa Valor. No, Robert, I heard a little bit about it, yeah. I heard a little bit about that, Robert. Did anything come of it, or was it just a bunch of talk? I don't know, somebody challenged Carson to a fight in real life, and then Carson posted his address or something. It was pretty weird. Yeah, Michael, when the hell did Posick get concussed? Did he get concussed during the game? Or did he get concussed in practice? That's not okay. Yeah, I'm not... I mean, go look at our injury report right now and look at the Rams injury report and just wonder what the heck's going on. Like, what did we do? Like, how did Posick get concussed? I'm really asking. Yeah, Robert, I think so. Oh, by the way, guys, my little issue with YouTube this morning got resolved much quicker than I expected, so everything should be good now. Membership perks should be working fine. Sorry for the momentary pause in production, but we are back up and running. If we don't have Posick, then I really don't know what we do against the Rams. That's going to be not fun. That's not going to be fun at all.
Victory is ours.
I'm ambivalent to tack at this point. I really am. Like, getting him would have been fine, but not getting him is fine too. I can't keep putting this on the players. We keep getting new players and nothing changes, so at a certain point I have to say I don't think it's the players that are the problem. Yeah. We need to get some players back to have a chance, man. I don't know what we do without Carson. I don't know what we do without Posick. What is going on with these doctors, man?
Yet, here I am. And at least I came back with a bang. You go on ahead, honey. I need a second to compose myself.
Aiden, how does Vic Beasley help? I don't understand that. How is Vic Beasley going to make anything better? Yeah, Ryguy, it looks like Ugo's going to play. Like, a lot of the other stuff you said, I agree with, but I don't think Vic Beasley doesn't do anything. Channing, we didn't have the opportunity to sign him. Not really, Channing. Iden, but my point is, it's not the players anymore. We can't keep putting this all on the players. We need to start putting this on the coaches. Yeah, I like Hupati Ryguy, but he needs to sit on that bench until he is 100%, in my opinion. No, buddy. I Iden, if Buffalo didn't get that big return, they just would have driven down the field and scored a touchdown anyway. They just would have had to take in a few more plays to do it. Nothing would have changed. Yeah, Dunbar's probably not going to play this week. Robert, Kyle, what's his name? Kyle Allen.
Don Rodrigo, it is I, Hendrik. It has been too long.
Hendrik? Ho, ho, ho! Wha- How many years has it been since you completed your training, eh? Come close.
Yeah, let's just let Dunbar sit on the bench until he gets right, because having him out there when he's not healthy is not helping anybody.
I have heard. To think that the great lump of meat who came to me all those years ago is now the hero of Eliador.
I had not expected to find you in such good spirits, my lord. As one who owes everything to your kind offices, it pleases me greatly. Alas, there has been precious little cause for mirth since last we met. Gundrasil fell, then Yggdrasil, and now the Lord of Shadows roams the land. Don Rodrigo and I have much to discuss. Perhaps you could go and fetch Sylvander while we talk.
I like Dunbar a lot too, but something's not right. Yeah, Robert, I agree, but are we going to be able to get pressure? Even against Buffalo, we did better, but it wasn't like amazing. Josh Allen is also a much better QB than Goff in general.
Oh, hey, honey. I guess they sent you to fetch me, huh? It's so silly, I know. Here I am, happy to go put my neck on the line in the fight against the Lord of Shadows. And yet the thought of facing Papi makes me want to run away screaming. Seeing that boy and his father in Phnomnon made me think I could do it. That I could finally face him. But now I'm here, I'm so scared. You've heard what happened with me and him, I guess. Hendrik told you, huh? It all seems so far away now. Even before I could walk, I was training to be a knight, you know? I would stay in Puerto Valor and follow in my father's footsteps. Then one day, the circus came to town. It was so fabulous. I can't even describe it. It was love at first sight.
Iden, but what about all the plays where Josh Allen had all day?
I knew from the second I walked into that tent that I'd found my calling. Getting up on that stage and making people happy, That was the life for me. But Papi, he wasn't so keen. A few plates got smashed the night I broke the news to him, let me tell you. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. Oh no. This was my calling. To make the whole world happy. I would be a knight in smiling armor. Didn't have anything to say to me after that. That was when I knew that I had to go and prove to him that I meant what I said. So I left. And I haven't seen him since.
Hey, Jackson.
Oh, dear me. That got a bit long and emotional, huh? But it's made me feel a whole lot better. In fact, yes. Let's do this.
It's not just throwing the ball more that is making Wilson throw picks. It's the other team knowing we have no choice because we have no running backs. I mean, Buffalo knew that we couldn't run the ball, and they came into that game expecting us to do nothing but pass the ball.
It's now or never. Let's go pay Papi a visit.
No, Arctic Sea, I've never played Terraria. Maybe, Andrew. I'm not worried about Wilson at all. That's the last thing I need to be worried about with this team right now. Bad games happen. Bad stretches of football happen. It happens, guys. I'll do one eventually, Andrew. I don't know exactly when. I think my comments froze. 1 second, guys. Sick. Mahomes is going to win MVP, guys. Yeah, Andrew, I think it was because other teams didn't expect us to be able to do that. Well, and also, I want to be in fairness, Buffalo has a pretty good defense, and they're very well coached.
Hi, Papi. Caramba. Norberto, you dare to show your face in my presence. And you have got to tell me something, see?
No, Channing, I cannot honestly say I expect to win right now. I don't know how it happens.
I'm sorry, Papi. Sorry. So sorry.
Like, if we beat the Rams, I don't know how it happens. Short of us forcing a slew of turnovers.
Yeah, Bobby.
Then why are you here? Why did you come back if you have not yet done as you promised?
I will say this. I will admit I did predict that we would lose this game. So if we lose this game, we'll be right where I thought we would be.
How dare you come to me?
Bobby.
I will say this, and I said this before.
If I were younger, I would put you over my knee.
This Seahawks team, under Pete, has done a good job of showing up and playing very well in the games that everybody assumes they're going to get killed in. They've gotten killed a couple times, but it never seems like they get killed in the games you expect them to get killed in. So I'm sure we're going to show up. I just don't know how it results in a win.
Bobby, did you say night? You still think of me as well?
The thing is, the Rams aren't even that good. Even their offense. The Rams scored 20 points against the Cowboys, 17 points against the Rams, 16 points against a beat-up 49ers, and what did they do against the Dolphins? They, like, almost allowed more points on offense than they scored.
I guess it wasn't very knightly of me to come back before I fulfilled my promise, huh? But I had a good reason.
Lower the shadows. See?
See, how can I make people happy if he is there making their lives miserable? It is impossible. Which is why I'm going to beat him. Only then can I fulfill my vow and make all the people of the world smile again.
Careful, boy. Do not promise to defeat Mordecai if you do not truly intend to do so. I will not have you break another oath.
Of course, Bobby. A knight's word is his bond. You taught me that. But there's just one thing.
I saw a little bit of it, Jackson.
To go to hell.
Yeah, the Rams are not that good, even on offense, but, like, if we played the Cowboys this weekend with Garrett Gilbert at QB, how many points do you think we would give up? We probably would still give up at least 24. Like, it doesn't really matter that much who the opposition is.
I've picked up a few friends on my travels. They're kind of young and innocent. They need a role model, you know? Someone to lead them.
You do not even need to ask, Norberto. A knight serves the weak untiringly. Or have you forgotten the pledge?
Oh, Bobby, really?
Come on, Norberto. Of course, it will be my pleasure.
Oh, aren't you just the sweetest, kindest father a boy could hope to have?
Really, Andrew? Let me test that out here real quick. Oh, yeah, so it is. Well, Jackson, that's kind of the thing. The Bills weren't playing that well until they played us. They played a month of mediocre football. And then suddenly against us, everything just works.
Oh, darlings! Come say hello to your Tio Rodrigo!
What a lovely bedroom. It's so big. Oh, don't tell me this is your dad's self. He's awfully manly. I feel safe with you looking after me, Mr. Rodrigo.
Andrew, no. I'm familiar with that blog. I haven't read that article. Rams are coming off a bye week, too. I mean, wow.
Is the meaning of this?
We're going to need Wilson to be perfect to win, and I mean perfect.
Now, let's just put this on.
I don't know, Jackson. That's what I'm wondering. Are you sure about that, Andrew? I didn't even know we got 14 pressures. I didn't even know we got 14 pressures. That doesn't sound right.
That's your foolishness, boy. I did not agree to this.
Oh, don't be like that, Papi. How can you be wailing by the boss if you don't look the part, huh? You promised. Didn't you always teach me that a nice word is his ball?
Ooh, excuse me. Jarrell, I'm doing it right now. Yeah, Finney's not the backup center anymore. Yeah, Jarrell, I have it set to 1200 or 12,000 BTS bit rate right now. This is unfortunately the best I can do on my current hardware.
Soldiers of Smile. You serve my Papi now. You must do as he says. Do not fail me.
Yeah, Kyle Fuller. I don't have any confidence in him. If he plays... No, Ryguy, we have no idea.
Darlings, it breaks my heart to say goodbye. Truly, it does. But we have to be strong. As soon as Morgan is defeated, I'll be right back with you. And no matter how far I go, no matter how hard it gets, I'll always be with you. Always. Oh, Self, we'll be with you soon. Just
Not-
say the word, and we'll come running.
Not real football, I know. I don't have the makeup for it.
much for all your help, darling. I'm all yours now, I promise.
Hey, Nicholas. Welcome to the chat. B-O-O-M-E-R, please, your dusty mood don't vibe with me. You are old and so therefore I must say 10 for dinosaur. That's cool, Iden.
Perhaps now we can seek out your friends in Arboretum.
Alright, Jackson, see you later. Jarrell, I'm not an MMO guy. I'm really not. Although my best friend has been playing Final Fantasy XIV non-stop for like 5 months now. And he says it's really good. He says he likes it a lot. How do you know, though? I need to get a haircut. That's what I need. That's actually a pretty good game tomorrow. I might stream it. That's not a bad game. I mean, I actually kind of think the Colts are going to win. The Titans are floundering because they lost their tackles. Zwardarust or... Titans need their tackle back, but I think he's out for the year, so they might be hosed. He was a big part of what they did. Yeah, Jarrell, the only money I would put on the election is the obvious stuff, like Ohio and Texas and the easy stuff. And Alaska and South Carolina. Any smart person always plays it like that. Because you could get good odds even in like Iowa. Taylor Lewan out for the season? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Tennessee's in trouble because he's a really good player. That sucks. I thought Tennessee could have maybe made the Super Bowl this year, but without Taylor? Nah. Nah. Hi, Stanley. Andrew, it was mostly suicide pools, but I did win, like, I don't know, $200 in a 5-way parlay from that game. Damn it. Why are you fuckers not dying? I stayed alive in 2 suicide pools because of that game, though. It actually kind of would have been cool if Pittsburgh lost, because they probably would have knocked almost everybody out of suicide. Except for me, because I picked the Patriots. And I probably could have straight up won one of my pools already, but it didn't happen. Bruh. Andrew, do you seriously not know what a suicide pool is? Are you... Do you live on... How do you get internet under the rock that you live under, bro? You pick one game every week, and then you can't pick that team again. As soon as you get one game wrong, you're out. Last person standing gets the money. No, Iden. No, it can't be done. The only college football team... The only college football team that could beat an NFL team would be like the 01 Hurricanes, because their whole team was made up of players who were about to go into the NFL. Like, go look at the 2001 Hurricanes lineup. It's all guys who became immediate studs in the NFL. It's freaky.
Don't mention the S word. I'll have us out of this in just a jiffy.
No, even a team like Alabama has too many players that don't make the NFL. Like, literally, they have too many players that are worse than even third stringers in the NFL. The only team I can think of that would prove that wrong is the 01 Hurricanes, because all their guys were studs. And they would need to get lucky to win that game, too. Yeah, Snacks will probably play this week. And we're going to need him because Monet's out. So that's one thing that kind of worked in our favor. We need Snacks. We get Snacks. I haven't saved in a while. I'd really rather not do a boss fight right now. My favorite 01 Miami Hurricane? It might be Sean Taylor or Ed Reed. One of those. I don't think Snacks is going to make the defense any good. I mean, I appreciate having him around because we need another body, but he's not going to make this defense good. You guys are crazy about that shit. No. This guy was on the bench, was sitting on the couch eating Doritos until a month ago. There's like, there's kind of like this thing where people, hey Tumbo, they immediately start overrating a player just because they put the hawk on the side of their helmet. Okay? You gotta stop doing that. Like Freddie Swain and DJ Dallas are good examples. I saw Seahawks fans going crazy about these guys because they had a couple good plays. It's like, you think just because they put the Seahawk on the side of their helmet, they suddenly turn into an all-pro? That's not how this works. Like, it wasn't that long ago people were freaking out about how good Freddie Swain is. If you took a guy off the street and replaced him with Freddie Swain this season, you probably wouldn't notice a difference. I'm not saying anything negative about Freddie Swain. I'm not saying I want him gone, but I'm just saying there's nothing special about him whatsoever. He made a couple good catches to start the season. Like, I do my pregame show every week with Sam Dog, and he's asking me, what do you think about getting Freddie Swain more involved in his offense? It's like, why are we building our offense around Freddie Swain now? He's just a guy. Wait, who got knocked off? Was that me? Oh, I did. And somehow I'm not dead. Okay, I take that as a win. Well, every fan of every team does this kind of thing, I think. They get it in their head that a player who sucks is good because they watch him play every play and he makes a couple good plays for them. It's like when the Celtics had Glenn Big Baby Davis and Nate Robinson, their fans were like, oh, these guys are so good, so underrated, so valuable, so clutch. It's like, no, they're trash. You just think they're good because you watch every Celtics game and you see the 2 good plays they make a game, and the rest of the world knows that those 2 plays per game are the only good plays they're good for, and they make many bad plays to negate that. Jarrell's 16. I have 16G. My next PC will probably have 64, but this only has 16, I think. I know. This PC is very old. This PC is almost 8 years old, okay? I do what I can. Well, David Moore should not be featured in the offense. Even David Moore is not good enough to be featured in the offense. He's good enough to be part of it. Well, Pittsburgh wouldn't do that either, Ihde. Hell yeah. Ooh, fishing. What?
And what, might I ask, are you staring at? Is there something stuck to my face? All right. It is rather an imposing appearance, I agree. Why don't we try another? Still no good. Well, if at first you don't succeed.
16 RAM, 16 gigs was great back when I got this PC. Trust me. It's not great now, but it worked fine when I was building it. My next PC will be in a different universe. Yeah, I heard about Bo Scarborough. That's not a horrible idea, I guess, but none of these guys are going to come in and save us.
Not settling on a particular form, hmm? That rather makes me think you might not know who I am.
Ryguy, I hate Max. I hate Max, Ryguy. Don't like him.
In your world, I am known as the Seer. I take on different appearances for different people, you see. By which I mean to say that I look different depending on who is doing the looking. But enough about me. How's the fishing? Caught anything?
Yeah, Nicholas, there are going to be corners out there. I'll do some scouting after the season to try to figure it out.
No, I didn't think so. You're not ready yet, you see. When the time comes, you will know it. When the fish finally takes the bait, you must be ready to reel it in. But until then, you have no choice but to wait patiently. You know, I have the strength.
But again, we're kind of falling into this trap. We're talking about the players. We're talking about we need to go get this player, we need to go get that player. And I agree we need to get, you know, better corners because I think we're going to lose a couple this offseason, but can we talk about the actual problem here? It's not the players.
Well, no matter. We're not here to discuss him. Come, let us go inside. We can save the fishing for another day.
Like, Shaq has been good in the past. Shaq has had good seasons in his career. Dunbar has been good in his career. Blair and Amati were both reasonably high drafted players. We know they have talent. These guys have been good elsewhere, so either they all forgot how to play football all of a sudden this year, or the problem is not with them. No, Jarrell, I don't. I don't even know what that is.
Take your seat. Make yourself at home. Now, the fact that you're here makes me wonder if you might have taken a bit of a wrong turn somewhere.
Well, God loves you.
Hold still.
If that's the case, then the only thing that could fix the team is Carroll to resign. And of course, Carroll's not going to willingly submit himself to that. He's not going to say, yeah, I'm the problem, I resign. I understand why he wouldn't say that. Now, unfortunately, I think it's the truth.
So that's it. Worried we've lost the power of the luminary, are we? Well, I'm afraid there's not much I can do about that. But there is one thing I can say. You may think that your power has been taken from you by the Lord of Shadows. But power cannot be taken, no more than it can be touched or tasted.
Reed did play much better against the Bills, I will give him that, but with what we're paying him, he needs to be producing consistently at a high level. He is getting paid like he's a tier below guys like Fletcher Cox and Prime J.J. Watt.
Especially not the power of the luminary. Still no idea what I'm talking about, huh? Well, no matter. I think that's enough for now.
Marshall, let's see what happens with Shaq. Shaq's been out a couple games now. Maybe this is the week he gets back. Jarrell, I'm just going to go to Reddit when it's time for me to build the PC. I'm just going to use Reddit. There's a subreddit that's really good for this kind of thing.
Let me leave you with this thought. When the time comes, you will know. You will feel the tug on the line, and you will know. As in fishing, so in
I know, but it's Wednesday, guys. You do realize people sometimes don't practice on Wednesday, but practice later in the week, right? Marshall, I think it's called, like, Build Me a PC or something.
Oh, that's right. You're drowning, aren't you?
Hydro, did you just get into the chat?
Cool.
Did you just get here?
Well, don't fret. A certain sacred tree tells me it's not your time just yet. Right. We'd better get you woken up, hadn't we? You are the luminary, after all. You have rather an important task to be getting on with. Go. Save the world.
Hydro, we don't even know who's going to play or not. People keep asking me, what do you think is going to happen this weekend? It's like, we don't even know who's going to play yet. I don't understand why people want me to give predictions on Wednesday.
Darling, you're alive! Oh, thank goodness. When you took that tumble into the sea back there, we all thought you were done for, laddie.
You know, I did have a thought today. Back in 2010, the Dallas Cowboys... Jarrell, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, you mean in the game? Okay, I guess so. Anyway, I did have a thought. In 2010, the Cowboys, some of you guys probably remember this season. They were expected to go to the Super Bowl that year, and they started 1-6. Like, they just kept finding stupid ways to lose games, and then Romo got hurt. And I remember they went 1-6. Yeah, Romo got hurt, and then 1-6. They got blown out by a crappy Jacksonville team at home, and Jerry Jones came out and said, we're not going to fire Wade Phillips in the middle of the season. We're not going to fire him. He's going to coach the rest of the season. That's it. We're not firing Wade Phillips middle of the season, even though the team was now getting completely blasted. And then the next week they lost to the Packers 45-7, and the next day Wade Phillips got fired. And Jerry Jones was doing an interview talking about it the day after, and he said, I was in denial. He admitted, and this is very weird for Jerry Jones to say something like this, he was like, yeah, I was in denial about how bad this team was. I was in denial about where this team was going with Wade Phillips. So I realized that during the 45-7 game last night. And yeah, so maybe something similar happens with Ken Norton, because Carroll keeps saying we're not going to fire him, we're not going to fire him, we're not going to fire him. Maybe if we give up like 50 points to the Rams, maybe we'll see something similar happen. Because if Jerry Jones can admit that I was in denial about what this team was doing under my coach, maybe Pete can as well.
Oh, it was terrible. We tried to fish you out.
I mean, remember, Jerry Jones is the guy who kept Jason Garrett for 10 years and got nothing out of it because he wanted so badly to be right that Jason Garrett was going to be the guy.
But then, well, it was nothing short of a miracle. There was a bright light, and suddenly, there you were,
floating up from the seabed. Somehow we managed to pull you out of the water, give that big slimy so-and-so a slip, and get here to safety. I still don't know quite how we did it.
Hillel, losing is losing. I don't care if we give up 50 and lose or if we give up 2 points and lose. Okay? Losing is losing. How does that blow our season any more than another loss would? This isn't college football.
What's the matter, honey? You look like you've seen a ghost. You're kidding. You were fishing and you met a person called the Seer and they turned into a dog?
Well, kind of, sort of, God loves you. I think they're both equally unwilling to admit that they might have been wrong. They're both equally unwilling to admit that they may have miscalculated. Again, Jerry Jones kept Jason Garrett as his coach for 9.5 years. 9.5 years, never made an NFC title game, and he won, like, what, 2 playoff games? In 9.5 years, and he never fired him. He still didn't fire him, because he was that convinced that he was right, that Jason Garrett was going to be a great coach. And Carroll, look at Carroll. Carroll kept Tom Cable 2 years after people were telling him this guy is trash, get him out of Seattle, he's going to ruin Wilson's career. And it took getting blown out 42-7 at home with the division on the line for Carroll to finally go, you know what? I have to get this guy out of here. I can't defend him anymore. I can't say that he's our guy anymore.
Oh, come on, silly Billy. You were just dreaming, that's all. You were out for a long time.
You have been through quite an ordeal. You need rest. As do we all. Come.
And I do want to say, most coaches are stubborn. Most coaches are stubborn.
Put courage in your heart and lightning in your hand.
Like, I remember back 10 years ago, the Tennessee Titans, when they had Jeff Fisher and Vince Young as their, coach and QB, there were games where Vince Young would just stink it up, and then Jeff Fisher would pull him and put in Kerry Collins, and Kerry Collins would come in and save the game. And then the next game, he would just start Vince Young again, and because he was convinced Vince Young was a better quarterback. Yes, Marshall. He didn't suddenly go, oh, well, Vince Young had a bad half, so I think he's bad now, so I'm going to start Kerry Collins permanently. No, he just pulled Vince Young because there was no point in leaving him in, and, he was going to ruin the game, and then Kerry Collins came in and played well, okay, but Kerry Collins is still not my guy. I'm still going to go with Vince Young after this game. I just need Vince Young to get his head right. You see examples like that all around the NFL. Like, contemporary example might be the Giants with Andrew Thomas. They keep benching him because he's playing like trash at left tackle, and then the next week he comes back out and starts again. They're not giving up on him. They still think he's an elite talent who can be an extremely good player. They're not, just because they see him playing bad in one game, or even a few games, and they have to bench him in the middle of the game, doesn't mean they're giving up on him. The next week, they still throw him back out there. So, coaches are stubborn, and there's a reason why they are. Usually it does end up working out for them. Yeah, Marshall, I don't like Mac. I don't like iPhone crap.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new phone next year. Whatever they're making next for Samsung Galaxy, the 20 or whatever it is.
Such despair. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains of regret.
I honestly think that's probably the worst game of Carroll's career in Seattle, the Washington thing. The Washington game. Kirk Cousins destroying our secondary on the final drive because Earl's out. Marshall, isn't the new note like a tablet or something that folds up? I'm not really that interested in that. 1 second. I gotta grab something. Yeah, Salwinder, Emmett, I don't know. I mean, Emmett gets emotional about the Seahawks and sometimes says stuff he doesn't mean. It doesn't bother me. I mean, the thing with Macs that really gets on my nerves is that you can't, there's no customization. Like, you can't even, they don't even want you to open up a Mac and fix it. They want you to have absolutely no control over being able to fix the Mac or modify the Mac or anything like that.
If only I could go back, I would gladly accept eternal damnation just to go back to that day.
Yeah, Salwinder, I don't know. I'm not really going to say anything about it. I really don't care.
Please, hear my plea. You must free this restless night from his prison of despair.
the same dream, eh? Just like people have been saying. The poor man, the money is paid, asking to go back.
No, I don't feel good about nothing right now, really. But it is, to a certain extent, we are going to get players back, and that's going to make things better. I just don't know when they're going to get back. I think the Redskins game in 2017 was worse than the Rams game. The Rams game, it honestly made sense with how many injuries we had and how beat up we were and how we were, you know, just barely hanging on by a thread with so many aspects of our team. It made sense. That Washington game, like, I don't care how many problems we had that year. We had no business losing that game. Boom. Ruins? Okay. I will say this, though, win or lose, Carroll and Norton better figure out something that can at least kind of work. That's their job, to figure, like, after a game like we had against Buffalo, find something that works. It doesn't have to be amazing or great necessarily, but find something that works better. Like, why are we paying them if they can't at least do that? They just play the worst game in 11 years. They have the worst friggin' defensive game Carroll's ever had in the NFL. You figure out some way to at least make significant strides forward, even if you don't win, or else why don't we just fire you and not have coaches? Because what would the difference be? Yeah, I'm still shocked about that. Carroll blaming the players? Like, what the hell? I was told that door would open. Yeah, but Carroll shouldn't be calling them out, Marshall. Carroll should not be calling them out in public. That's Bruce Arians stuff. That's the stuff that Bruce Arians does. Maybe the problem is you have Jamal Adams in coverage downfield like that against a wide receiver when that's not his game. Oh, west. You know, that's very possible that that ends up happening to Salwinder. And I can live with that, but... nothing we do is going to make the team feel good for a long time if we lose to the Rams. Channing, I thought he would be back by now, so I don't know anymore. I'm not saying nothing. I give up. Okay, that was probably a waste of a pep power, but whatever. I do feel like we're going to go out there and play better than expected, but tough to imagine us winning. And if we... Let's figure out who we have first, guys. Like, if we have Carson, my take on this game changes drastically. If we have Carson, I feel like our offense can run it up. But without Carson, it's... like, the guys we have behind him are such a non-factor. Like, DJ Dallas and Travis Homer and Alex Collins are just very useless right now. And I'm not hating on DJ Dallas, but he's clearly not ready for this. Marshall, it's the point of having the threat of the run game. We had no threat of the run game against Buffalo. And it killed us, I think. The Bills were not afraid of us running the ball at all. And I think that was a big reason why we had the turnovers. They had no fear. I do like the DK bubble screens. I do. Because he's so good at breaking tackles. I don't care who catches the pass as long as it gets completed, but DK on those bubble screens actually works quite well. And I've never been a fan of that play in general, honestly. Yeah, my fantasy team is pretty bad, but I'm not so bad that I need David Moore, bro. That's pretty bottom of the barrel right there, bro. Yeah, Robert, honestly, I would re-sign Posick right this second. Yeah, I have DK Metcalf on my fantasy team. And I have Greg Olsen, but I never play him. I only picked him up for 1 week. Yeah. Shervin, there's no way to know that right now. Andrew, are you insane? You want to draft a center with our first pick when we just discovered Posick? Are you out of your mind? The only Seahawk I have who I use is Metcalf. Unfortunately, all my top players got hurt. Sutton, Dak, and Kenny Golladay. Although Golladay might be back this week. Hey, let Russ cook. Welcome to the chat. Shervin, you never know. That's the thing. You don't know with these concussions. Yeah, I can't believe we spent $7 million on Greg Olsen to produce about as much as Hollister would have produced if we just gave Hollister Olsen snaps. What the hell? Okay. I have no idea. What is going on? Is this thing dying on me? Huh. I don't know what that's all about. Marshall, I haven't scouted the draft yet. I don't know who the big-time players are other than the obvious ones. Huh. My TV... We'll take a running back at some point, but I don't know who it'll be. Man, what the heck is going on? 1 second, guys. Ugh. I don't know if you guys can see it on stream, but my screen keeps freaking out. Oh, dang it. Do I have any healing abilities? Yeah, okay, I do. Yeah, but Kazenpak, Olsen should be able to do a little something. He may as well be some practice squatter we picked up off the street at the last second for how much he's producing. Backup center, Shervin, is Kyle Fuller. Kyle Fuller. There you go. Oh, what? So it literally did nothing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's Kyle Fuller. I don't know anything about him, but I don't trust him at all. Like, I liked what Greg Olsen was doing in some of the earlier games this year, but you gotta give me some kind of production. Do something. And the thing is, okay, Kazenpak, I hear you, but the thing is, we need an intermediate passing game. That's what's missing from the offense right now, and having tight ends would go a long way to doing that. So Olsen has an opportunity to really help this offense be better, and he's not. And if it's because Schottenheimer doesn't know how to use tight ends, or Wilson isn't good with tight ends, or something like that, then why did you sign a tight end? How'd you know, though? Okay, am I supposed to kill this dragon? I think so. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, Kazenpak, I know, but the offense really could use an intermediate passing option, and we're just not seeing that right now, and I think Olsen could help with that, and it's not happening. Yeah, I'm not worried about Lockett at all. I don't understand why some people are. Like, okay, he doesn't have 15 catches every single week. What do you think is gonna? You think he's gonna play like he did against Arizona every single week?
I'm on fire.
Oh, okay, that's not great. I don't like that. Oh yeah, T-Man, I kind of forgot about that play. Well, yeah, Tyler is in his prime. He's not past his prime. Yeah, Kaz Pack, I know, but you shouldn't pay $7 million to a dude with this little production. You just shouldn't. Oh, come on. That's not good. That's not okay. Yeah, I remember that God Loves You. I remember that. Jermaine Kearse was always a very forgettable player. Oh, what? I thought that would work. How does that not work, bro? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of remember that team, man. Yeah, I like Dunlap, but we just learned that Dunlap can be good for us, and it doesn't matter. The problems are bigger. Yeah, Puna's playing very good at his role. His role is limited, but he's fulfilling his role extremely well. You gotta have players like Puna sometimes, man. People aren't in love. People don't fall in love with him because he doesn't have, 10 sacks, but he's a nice player, and I'm happy he's here. He does his job. No, Puna doesn't have a sack, I don't think. I mean, Dunlap played a good game against the Bills, I thought, and look where it got us. We better be, Marshall. If that game against Buffalo does not inspire the team to make some serious changes, then I don't know what it will take. I really don't. Marshall, what are you talking about, dude? You're weird, bro. How the hell did you get that from that? Hopefully, Kaz, in fact, is Mayoa back this week? Do you think Mayoa? Do you think is Mayoa supposed to play this week, I wonder? That's kind of a big deal because whatever little you think of Mayoa, he was the best we had. Hey, Aiden. Hey, Aiden. Ryguy, where did you see that Mayo is out? Santee, we talked about this, dude. You don't touch that shit. Didn't you hear about the Xboxes catching on fire? The Xbox Ones apparently catch on fire. Do you want your house to catch on fire, or do you want someone else's house to catch on fire? Oh. Well, Ryguy, where did you hear that Mayo was out? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he was out, but... I'm probably going to get both. I'm going to get an Xbox and a PS5. The Xbox won't really be for me, though, but it will be in my house. I did hear a little bit about that, God Loves You, but I'm assuming that that's not every case. I'm assuming there are some cases where the Xbox actually did catch on fire.
This place was in ruins the last time we came, but this This is something else. Ah, it fair breaks my heart. Where was I? Ah, yes. It should be around here somewhere.
Yeah, wait for the second batch of consoles, noobs.
Would you boys do me a favor and shift this little lot?
Channing, I haven't heard anything about Daryl Taylor, so at this point I have to assume he's not close.
Well, don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground.
I don't know how long it'll take for the second batches to come out,
It was
though.
meant to allow the royal family to flee should Dundas ever come under attack. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Do. Rampancy, I want to know when the hell he got concussed, because he played the whole game. Yeah, I don't know how we win without Carson and Posick, honestly. If we have those two guys, I think we have a shot like we do in every game we play, but if we don't have those two guys, how does anything get started? What are we going to do without those guys, man? This is not the game to be losing Ethan Posick. Jeebus.
Such pain. Such despair.
They used to be good.
How dare you? How dare you return here?
By the way, Carson was supposed to be 50-50 for the Niners game, so what happened? Why does nobody get hurt and get better on this team? Why is it always a trek to Mount Doom to get these guys back in the game after they get hurt in Seattle? It's ridiculous.
You took everything. You destroyed everything. You mocked us. I will never forgive you.
Trey, it's the coaching. I don't know what to say anymore. It's the coaching. I'm really done blaming players.
Something tells me he's got other things in mind.
I'm done blaming players. Okay, Kaz Impact, that's fine, but at the same time, even minus whatever Carol says, these injuries should not be taking that long to get better.
They're not done yet.
I expect it. Like, why is Carson supposed to be 50-50 to play 2 weeks ago, and now he still can't play? Explain that to me. Dylan, we don't know who's going to play yet. Alright, I'm running out of MP. This is not great. Oh, shit. Wow, crit. He's still only light yellow, though. I guess. I just feel like our players get hurt and take way longer to get better than other players on other teams. I'm starting to feel like something's not right. Can somebody try to use an emoji, please? I want to make sure the emojis still work because I lost monetization for a couple hours earlier today. I haven't seen any emojis in chat yet today. No. I mean, if there's a member in the chat, can they try to use one of the custom emojis? Okay, cool. Thank you, Santee. Okay, cool. Everything's working again. Dylan, I tweet a little bit during games, but not a lot. I tweet a little bit. Oh man, everyone's asleep. That's not good. Have fun with it, Carter. I'm not going to get one yet. I'm going to get one eventually. Oh, shoot. No Kazan pack. I have not. Yeah, Marshall, I got my artillery sorted months ago. I got my artillery situation sorted out a couple months ago. Okay, I really need somebody to wake up. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm screwed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How many turns in a row is this guy gonna get? Dylan, look in the video description. Marshall, I don't go outside right now, so I don't carry anything. If I did carry something, where would I carry it? K's in pack? Okay. Well, what are you talking about, K's in pack? None of my tweets are anywhere near big enough. Shervin, because there's nothing to do outside. The only things I went outside for were work and the casino. Casinos, my poker room is still closed, can't go there, and my work has gone full remote, so I don't have to go there. Where am I going to go? No, 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 no. Damn it, dude. I wanted to... Alright, T-Man, see you later. I'm not a very outdoorsy person. I don't know if the mountains are for me. Shervin, because he's not that good, I guess. That's... I mean, wasn't he like a 7th round pick? It's not shocking that if he's not very good. Marshall, I can't remember the exact specifications. I know it's an AR. It's one of the AR-15s, though. It's an AR-15. I can't remember exactly. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's an AR. It's an AR-15. Okay. I've actually hiked Mount Rainier before. It's been a long time, but I have done it before. Why is my MC's HP so low? Is it because of the curse? I guess so. Yeah, DK is becoming one of the faces of the league. David, you mean like this week? Don't the Ravens have 8 million tight ends already? They traded Hayden Hurst because they had too many tight ends. Why do they need another one? That's weird. Yeah, that curse is really annoying. It kills my HP. Marshall, it might be after the bye week, I guess. Well, that was inevitable. Oh, no. Well, okay. Alright, David, well, if he can go make a couple more another $1 million, then good for him. I like Luke Wilson. Hey, he's just not very good. I have no beef with Luke Wilson. Okay, the afflictions in this battle are a biatch, but I just need to charge my MP before the fight. And I think I'll be fine. That's the problem that I'm running into. I'm running out of... Marshall, we won't allow that to happen. Yeah, if we can win the next 2 games, man. Ooh. We might win out at that point, honestly. The only really tough game left would be the next Rams game. Hey, Dark Sapphire. Really, Marshall? Huh. Is Parkinson actually healthy now? I keep getting contradicting information on that. How do you know, though? What if this? I know, Dark Sapphire. It is very frustrating. Yeah, I saw that, David. I saw that. Alright, I think we'll get him this time. Rampant, see, that happens all the time, man. That happens constantly. That's why Twitter should never have been created. They tried to cancel Josh Allen, too. I remember that shit. Marshall, what are you talking about, dude? What you said doesn't make any sense. Oh, god dang it. God bless the United States of America. Hello, Ian. Welcome to the chat. Y2K, welcome to the chat. I know that Norton is running Pete's defense, but Norton is handling play calling, so he has something to do with this. Yeah, Ian. It is what it is. Shit. And again, guys, let me reiterate, we have nothing to lose by firing Norton. It cannot get worse. It really can't. No, I don't. Aha! Like, you know, our scheme probably is trash, but it can be better than this.
Diligence is its own reward.
I didn't want to do that, but it doesn't matter. Ryan, you're good. Don't worry about it. No problem. Well, Trey Williams, you can't just bring in Rex Ryan. We don't have the right players to run his defense. You can't just say, let's bring in Rex Ryan right now and he'll fix everything. No, you need to have an offseason. Yeah, Ian. Both. God loves you. I kind of like being in the middle. There are things I like about both and things I don't like about both. If I had more money, I'd probably be more rural. Hey, Quack Pilot.
Erwin, last king of Dungrasil, just as I thought. A great man, and a fine warrior too, as you've just witnessed. And, most importantly of all, your father. I'm sorry the two of you had to meet like this. What happened to you, Erwin? Come on, laddie. Look at me. What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free my restless knight from his misery.
Well, Ian, I mean, this thinking about this Rams game right now kind of has me upset because I don't know what we do. I really don't. I just don't know what we do.
The voice from the dream.
I would be okay with Rex Ryan as a defensive coordinator, but you got to give him an offseason to get his players. Cutting Trey Flowers doesn't do anything. You can bench him. Honestly, Trey Flowers has played fine the last 2 games, is the thing. Like, Trey Flowers is slowly starting to come around. He might be playing better than Shaq right now, last I saw Shaq. Don't do things that are just going to make you feel good. Okay? Cutting Trey Flowers might feel good because he's played bad earlier this year, but it's not going to make anything better. I'll be right back, guys. 1 second. Yeah, that's true, David. That is the one thing I can see. Maybe we can force some turnovers. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Well, I think Amadi will actually play this weekend, which is good. Yeah, I know, Rampant. See, that's kind of the point of the video I made on Monday. We spend all these resources on defense and we get nothing out of it. Rip, welcome to the chat, buddy. How you doing tonight? Now, Kyrese, he's trash. I don't know if Santee's still in the chat or not, but he can tell you. The man is straight trash. Yeah, Ryan, we need a little more creativity and we're a little too predictable on defense right now, even when we do things like blitz. I like blitzing. I think this team needs to blitz more than the average team, but we do need to peel it back a little bit right now. Dante Pettis is trash. You know, losing 3 in a row would probably get somebody fired.
To be invited to celebrate this most special days with you.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness to us all. Congratulations, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a momentous day for Thunderstorm. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. Allow me to welcome you both to Dungeon. You honor us with your presence.
Jojo, that's ridiculous. Don't even say that. That's nonsense. I guess you could argue, well, I guess you could argue on this defense because the players don't matter on this defense. Yeah, Aaron, I did see the YouTube was down for about an hour. Guys, Jamal Adams is good in coverage. He was good in coverage in New York. The reason why he looks like he sucks right now has nothing to do with the players. It's the scheme and the coaching. We blamed the players last year. We brought back the same coaches, and things got worse, even though we let them get a whole bunch of new players.
I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented. You will forgive me if I grow a little passionate at times.
No, Trey, that doesn't make any sense to me.
It is the first time
We already have too many linebackers.
Kingdoms have ever gathered under one roof, you know. A momentous occasion indeed. But the reason itself is the momentous one, of course. The birth of an heir to the title of luminary is an event of unparalleled significance.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to be so ready. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we convene the colony. I will come and fetch you when you're ready to be.
Yes, I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian. Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
Yeah, Aaron. When did he get it? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Posick plays. You don't know how the concussion affects them. Sometimes concussions go away quick. If you're Julian Edelman, they go away in about 15 minutes.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colony shortly. You'd like to be ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark. That he is the luminary reborn.
That's lovely, Robert. I've decided to present it to you all at the colony. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Say this at a meeting.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all earthly hands is illuminated now. Not everyone's going to be happy about that. Right, it's daily time. Why don't you go and fetch the wee one from Helen's chambers?
Yeah, I just feel so hopeless after we gave him that extension. Like, how are we going to get a new coach now? We just extended Carroll for another 4 friggin' years. It just feels hopeless right now. We're still convinced that he's the guy, and he's a great coach. Well, I mean, David, that doesn't make me feel good about what's going on behind the scenes. You know? I don't understand what to do. I think he does, Aaron.
safety.
I've seen coaches worse than current Pete Carroll win Super Bowls, but it's not something that happens easily. Yeah, I guess that's true, David, but I don't think he has it in him to fix it.
They call him Illuminati. People have all sorts of hopes for him.
Nicholas, he didn't fall down far enough in the waivers. You know, like the Pete Carroll right now, it's not this bad yet, but it reminds me of Wade Phillips' last year in Dallas. It really does, when the team was just getting completely blasted, and all he could do was just stand there like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to make it better. And he got fired mid-season, even though Jerry Jones said a million times he would never fire a coach mid-season.
I just hope he grows up to be like his father. That he can help people to overcome their problems, just as everyone does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor.
I remember that Cowboys team was just pathetic. Wade Phillips would just stand on the sideline with a sad look on his face palming a lot, as the Cowboys were just losing by like 5 touchdowns in every game. And eventually they put him out of his misery, but the point was he had no answers. He had no idea how to fix it. He had no idea how to make that team play better. And we're not there yet, but it has a lot in common with what's going on right now.
All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy will look after you.
Oh, Erwin, you don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know.
Washi, he got hurt.
Breathe.
Oh, by the way, to the members in the chat, I did make a small alteration to the cam emoji. So it hopefully will be a little more clear what it is now, but I'm not sure.
Don't worry about that. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
I did try to zoom in on the cam emoji a little bit, so it should be a little more clear what it is, hopefully.
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's supposed to be reckoned with for no sake. Right, we better get this meeting started. I'll see you later.
Good luck.
You need to... Yeah, can one of my members please spam the Cam Chancellor emoji? I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's still kind of tough to see what's going on unless you zoom in. You can do shift and mouse wheel up to zoom in, and you should be able to see it a little better. Bum. Okay, you can... Yeah. No, Ryan, I'm responding to your takes. Aren't I? No, I don't want Cam as our... Yeah, I don't want Cam as our defensive coordinator. He needs to come up. Yeah, JS. I would say Wagner was pretty unimpressive against the Bills, too. That's kind of what I found as well. I didn't think he was terrible, I guess. Yeah, Ryan. Cam needs to come up the ladder. He needs to start as like a safety coach, then a DB coach, then a defensive coordinator. There's a process that these guys have to follow, and if you skip it, you miss out on important knowledge that you need to have to be a successful coach. They felt like they had to trade Buckner because they needed money. But yeah, it's looking like they may regret that. They may wish they had gotten rid of Armstead instead.
There's the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark one rising, tree descendeth, luminary, man defendeth. Light's mark shineth, hand extendeth. With his coming, black night endeth.
Yeah, Washi, that's kind of what I mean, yeah. I don't know about that, JR. I will say this, though. I saw a lot of the Seahawks fans I follow on Twitter during that Bills game were saying stuff like, well, the Seahawks are getting killed, but I don't really care because it's impossible for me to be mad right now because Biden won the election. And that earned an instant unfollow for me. I was like, bro, I follow you for Seahawks stuff. Is this really the analysis you're going to offer me right now when my team is getting destroyed worse than they have since before Pete Carroll got here? I was like, no. No. I'm not listening to this. They literally were like, I don't even care about this game because of the election. Like, that's not what I follow you for, bro. You're a Seahawks beat writer.
The final poem in the Book of Eiferman.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk around once more. The peace of Erdrea is under threat.
The kingdom of Stardust has already fallen into wicked creatures' hands, and King Armand with it. He will be sorely missed.
And now a child has been born who bears the mark, which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
Yeah, Jamal Adams is not bad in coverage. Jamal Adams is not bad in coverage, okay? He was very good in coverage in New York. You notice, like, I keep saying this, and it's still true. You notice how everybody on this team right now looks like they're bad in coverage? It's not the players. I don't even know who Corbin Smith is, Salwinder.
You speak
That could happen, Ian. That's not bad.
of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
Oh, Seahawks Maven? Okay.
You believe that the presence of the Luminary...
Yeah, I do not, I have never followed Seahawks Maven. I know the name.
Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Eiferman contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not? It does. The very first poem. The prophecy. Well, trees gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary.
Washi, if you want a detailed analysis of why some people think the election is fishy, go search Real American Politics on YouTube. Real American Politics is a guy who studies maps and trends, and basically he's looking at like the way certain counties and certain districts in America moved and comparing them to other counties and districts that are similar and saying that these movements don't make sense. You never see, like, say, I'm not going to give an example because off the top of my head I'll probably screw it up, but if you want to see that perspective, go check out Real American Politics, watch one of his videos on Wisconsin or Michigan, and he explains why he thinks the movement of certain counties defied all logic to the point where something else has to be going on. That's my advice for you if you want that.
Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the dark one, bleak, black, vast.
Ryan, Bobby... Bobby's just not playing that well right now, Ryan. It has to be said. But that being said, I do agree. This is much a bigger coaching problem than it is a player problem. Aaron, he's on YouTube. His name on YouTube is Real American Politics. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's just a bad idea to have this much invested into linebacker.
What are the two of you implying? That the luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
Washi, if I tried to do that, I would probably mess it up. But basically, there are, like, just as an example, Wisconsin. There are counties in Wisconsin that moved, like, 6 points to the left, and then you have suburbs, other counties in, like, Ohio that have the exact same demographics that moved 6 points to the right. And the short version is, it's basically impossible for two counties in the Rust Belt that have identical demographics to move really far to the left and really far to the right at the same time. It's not something you ever see. And then he has a whole bunch of other examples that are kind of like that. He breaks down maps like that in a way that lays out how this doesn't really make very much sense. That's why some people think something could be going on. Yeah, like Kenosha moved heavily to the right. But then you had counties like Waukesha move heavily to the left. And what the Real American Politics guy does is he goes into that and is like, okay, this county moved this far this way, this county moved this far that way. Does this match up with anything we've ever seen historically? And he also does like turnout models. He does a whole bunch of stuff. If you want that perspective, go watch his videos. He can explain it better than I can. So I don't want to give more examples because off the top of my head I'll just butcher them, but you know, that's the idea.
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles?
Ryan, I don't know why Bobby would agree to a contract cut. He has all the leverage. I don't think Ryan would agree to that.
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all. You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, in fact.
Washi, teams don't run the ball as much as they used to, and I think that's one reason why linebacker isn't as important as it used to be. But in general, you're just seeing, I think, more versatile players that can fill the role of a linebacker without being a linebacker. Like, even 15 years ago, the value of a player on defense was almost entirely determined by their tackles and sacks. But now we have better stats. Washi, kinda.
What are you trying to...
The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdria's destruction.
Russ is right.
Yeah, Ryan, but he has no reason to take a pay cut.
Oh, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source. Even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son. My own flesh and blood.
Ryan, no. He's not worth $16 million. I don't think any linebacker is unless you're like TJ Watt. But he has no reason to take a pay cut. JS, demographics have always predicted how people vote in elections. It's not a monolith, but you never see identical counties that are demographically identical go in the completely different directions like that. It's not just speculation. We have well, I guess you don't want to go back too far, but we have hundreds of years of elections in history that say that demographics move not monolithically, but very similarly when, even if there's a change election. I don't think they were fighting, JS. I don't think they were fighting. I think they were just talking. I don't think there was any malice in what they were doing in the Bills game. I mean, there's a ton of other stuff, too. I'm not really going to go into it in this chat. There's a lot of other stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you genuinely want to see an analytical perspective on why there may have been that there were fishy results in this election, follow Real American, follow Red Eagle, the Election Wizard on Twitter. There are a whole bunch of people you can find and follow that'll go into why there may have been something fishy going on, but at the end of the day, I don't really care if there was fraud or not. I only care what can get proven in court. If you can't prove it, then you're just another Stacey Abrams, you know? If you can't get the Supreme Court to side with you, then it doesn't matter. It's like that movie, A Few Good Men, when Tom Cruise says, "It doesn't matter what I believe, it only matters what I can prove." So, yeah.
He saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from a mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I've never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the luminary is a gift. A gift.
You know, Ryan, we could sure use that. You know, I just realized Ryan Ali and Ian Ali, it's the same name, but with like one letter moved. Are you guys like alt accounts or something? Are you guys like twin brothers? Like, what's going on? I just kind of realized your names may as well be the exact same name.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course,
course. If you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care.
I mean, Shervin, I don't know what I can say other than... I don't know how what I said doesn't make sense, but you do you, I guess.
The luminary is the
Okay, you guys are brothers? Alright.
He alone can bring light to the world. He must
Alright,
be
that's cool.
protected at all costs.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will.
Washi, what question are you talking about, bro?
We must confer upon the luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carson. Everyone.
Let's see here.
I don't know what to say.
What's the difference between outside linebackers and defensive ends? No. Okay, outside linebacker in a 3-4 and a defensive end in a 4-3 do somewhat similar things. They're not exactly the same, but they're both pass rushers. That's what I mean. Monkey Q in fantasy, I wouldn't do that trade. I think Cook is too valuable right now, and Zeke sucks. Zeke should get benched. Why are the Cowboys even playing him?
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with. And it ended just as I knew it would.
Now the matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
I would take Tre'Davious White, Ryan. I like Tre'Davious White a little more, I think.
Let all be as interesting wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the luminary to his adoring public.
Thank you, King Carson. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty.
Monkey Q, I kind of feel like Zeke might get benched at some point because the Cowboys want to see what they have with some other players.
what is it?
You must flee the palace immediately. Monsters. Hundreds of monsters.
Chaotic, I think Shermwell. I don't think Earlwell. John Clayton looks like he's about to drop dead of leukemia any moment now. John Clayton looks very, very ill. He and Tony Dungy both look like they're about to just drop dead any second now.
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry are the best running backs. Monkey, I kind of believe we're using everybody wrong on defense. I think we're using everybody wrong. Didn't Mike Davis kind of sort of expose McCaffrey as maybe kind of sort of not being super special awesome? Like, Mike Davis came in and was balling.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child.
See you later, Jojo.
Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
We might have had the best defense in NFL history
I am not in my
7 years ago, and now we might have the worst defense in NFL history. How does that happen?
Both of you.
JS, not near Seattle, no. Look at a county-by-county map, JS. They're pretty easy to find. Just look for a county-by-county red-blue map. But you gotta go to, like, Eastern Washington if you want that shiz. I think both teams would say no, Ryan. Sherman might come back after the bye week, Chaotic.
King Erwin, there you are. We were so worried.
You're alive. Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Ian, you don't have to have great hands to be one of the best receivers. T.O. had terrible hands, and he was an all-pro many times. I did see that, big dog. I don't know if anything will come of it. I don't know, Washi. Our defense played in an era where it was much tougher.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. Come on. No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go.
Yeah, T.O. did not have good hands. If DK Metcalf turned into the next T.O. in terms of his on-field abilities, would anybody be mad about that? I mean, go watch some highlights of the 85 Bears sometimes. They were allowed to murder the QB and not even get a flag on them. They were allowed to basically murder QBs. It's so much harder what the 2013 Seahawks did, and they pulled it off, man.
You should be able to get out through here.
I feel his presence. I sense him. I smell him. The luminary. Give him to me. There can be no escape.
to do, Erwin?
If they've made it this far around the castle, they must have the place surrounded. We'll have to use the tunnels. This way.
And I'll say that I'll admit I would never live in Seattle. But I do live in Pierce County, which is lean, or, well, likely blue, so, you know, I'm doing it, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's not true. Tyreek Hill and Davante Adams have had lackluster games before. It happens. Yes, Washi, I live in Washington.
This was the one.
Derwin James, Jamal Adams, Buda Baker, Honey Badger. Jeremy Lane, I think. It was either Jeremy Lane or Walter Thurmond. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it was Jeremy Lane. Metcalf has so much more talent than Davante Adams. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Was I not supposed to go here? No, wait. No, wait. I think this is it. Really, Aaron? That's pretty weak. Well, Washi, just because I live in Washington State doesn't mean I live in Seattle. Are you crazy?
Time to make a break for it. Do your worst. You won't get past me!
Ryan, what do you mean we didn't lose anyone? We lost Golden Tate from 2013 to 2014, I think. Davante might be a better overall receiver. That's not unreasonable. But DK has more talent. I think DK has a higher ceiling. Can you just die, bro? How much HP do you have? You have way more than the others. Yeah, DK is a much better route runner now than I ever thought he would be.
Right. Time to get after Ellen.
Dude, hurry up. Don't stick around and wait.
Over here, Your Majesty!
Man, this flashback is lasting forever. I don't like D-Hop's game, but he produces. How can I say anything other than he's an incredible receiver?
What in that? What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, Washi, I think he's trying to become the next great one, and I think he will. No, even when he was in Houston, I was like, I would watch Hopkins, and I'm like, I don't think this guy's that good, but he produces at such an incredibly high level. I don't know, there's just something about D-Hop's game that I find to be underwhelming when I watch it.
What happened? Is everyone safe?
You are all right.
No,
Thank
you.
goodness. James,
I mean, I'm not doubting he's a top 3 receiver, but
they made it safely out of
there's just something I don't like about his game when I watch him. I loved Calvin Johnson. Calvin was faster than D-Hop, I think. Calvin had like 4.3 speed.
I see. Good. Very good. I shall send my forces after them right away.
Your Majesty, what do you...
The bloodline of the luminary ends here today.
Aaron Donald, Miles Garrett, TJ Watt.
Hey, Carnelian? Your Majesty? Sire. Forgive me. I was unable to find you. I thank the heavens that you are unhurt. King Owen, what has happened here?
I had no choice. He came at me in a frenzy. Queen Eleanor has absconded with the luminary and with my daughter.
Surely not. Whatever would possess them to commit such acts?
The birth of the child has put them both under great pressure. It has also caused the coming of the monsters, the loss of countless lives. Perhaps the coming of the luminary does
Aaron Donald is a tackle who rushes like an end, though. That's like what makes him so special. Garrett is an end who rushes like an end. And it wasn't even 2 days, it was like 2 minutes.
He is not our savior. He is the harbinger of the night to come. The child of evil. The dark spawn. He must be found and dealt with.
It got debunked in like 2 minutes.
Must not be permitted to collapse. Find him. Leave no stone unturned.
Sire.
Yeah, sure, but that would shatter the franchise record, right? Yeah, that would shatter the franchise record. Probably Aaron Donald. Has a wide receiver ever won Offensive Player of the Year other than Michael Thomas? I feel like that doesn't happen very much. Chaotic, probably Aaron Donald. JS, I don't know, but the main problem with CenturyLink right now is the fact that the sun keeps ruining these games. You can't see anything.
This one's misery is just exquisite. His kingdom ruined. His family gone.
Yeah, I know who Flight Reacts is, Ian. I watch him a little bit.
Dying alone. Which is why I've been drawing out his torture for all.
I know, Robert. It's nuts. And they're not facing nearly as many pass attempts as the Seahawks.
But even the most fabulous feasts must come to an end. It is time to move on to the next course. How does your despair compare, I wonder? Hold still while I sum its delights. Give yourself to misery. Let anguish consume you.
I mean, Flight, I don't know if he's playing a character or if he's just really that insane.
Tenderest reason. Powers were stolen and used to give birth to a monster. You could not protect your friends. You could not save the world. What kind of hero are you? Pathetic.
Like, he genuinely had no idea who Dak Prescott was until he broke his ankle a month ago. Dude started every game for the last 4.5 years, and he's like, I never heard of this guy until he broke his ankle. Like, are you kidding me? He says he watches every Patriots game, so how can you not know who Dak Prescott is? JR, we don't know yet. I mean, Flight is a Patriots fan and a Warriors fan. That's all you need to know, okay? He's a Patriots fan and a Warriors fan.
It is waiting, biding its time, but it is there, and when it shines forth, it will illuminate the world. Now is that time. You are the luminary. You must conquer the darkness. You shine.
This light is...
I would be okay with that, Ryan. I don't think his body control is as good as Calvin Johnson's. I'll say that. I think, Ryan, I think that DK's best comp is T.O.
You're back with us, laddie. Are you all right?
This light, disgusting. It blinds me. It fills my mouth. It tastes of home.
This is the beast responsible for King Owen's suffering. We must defeat it and lift His Majesty's curse.
Wait, do I not get to save?
You dare disturb me while I prepare to...
It took Jimmy Graham 2 years in Seattle before he started high-pointing red zone passes, so I think DK will figure it out eventually. It took Graham a while to figure it out with Wilson, too.
will surely whet my appetite.
He also hates on Christian McCaffrey a lot. I did notice that. JR, I think the defensive players didn't like Wilson very much, but I think that the offensive players like him. I mean, there's no way Metcalf doesn't like him. If Metcalf doesn't like Wilson, then he's a complete clown. The guys on this team who don't like Russell are all gone, I think. Oh, crap. Ah, crap. I heard about it, Shervin. I didn't watch it. I don't care about Madden, but it sounds cool. JR, I think something got lost in translation there. I don't think that's actually what happened. I don't think Tate actually slept with Wilson's wife. Maybe something bad happened, but I don't think it was that. It's probably something much more boring. Alright, Shervin. Hey, Hasher, welcome to the chat. Hey, Captain Rex. Dude, don't get the first batch of consoles. They catch on fire and... You know, Russ, I mean, he had no time to sleep with his wife. What can you say? Hasher, I'm not feeling good about this game right now, but let's see who's actually playing first, you know? Oh boy, okay. Jared, what the hell, bro? Chaotic, I have literally never heard that in my life. He's a weirdo. I have never heard that once in my life. Really, really, JS? I don't remember that one. Not that I'm the world's biggest Ciara fan, but okay. People talk. Are any of the guys in the chat old enough to remember John Titor? Or John Tidor? That was my favorite internet prank. Yeah, JS, the time traveler. Yeah. The time traveler. I'm pretty sure everything he predicted has either not happened or, you know, been effectively made inaccurate. So I'm pretty sure that's solidly debunked at this point, but I'm not sure. Okay, please work. Yes. Most overrated QB in the league. Maybe it's Brady. People still think he's really good. Ian, the best I can do is a ESPN 2K5 stream. That's the best I can do. Alright, Chaotic, see you later. Underrated QB. Underrated QB. Stafford? Yeah, Hasher. I've heard about that. We're not going to have fans. It sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, he's almost dead. Come on. Just die. Tannehill's a good one. Yes, Tannehill. Okay, Tannehill's good. I forgot about Tannehill. No! Dude, why do you get 2 attacks in a row? Yes! I knew he was almost dead. Hasher, I have no idea. I thought he would be back for this week, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Adam, right now I don't feel very good about this game. I got to tell you, Adam. We need to get some players back if we want to have a shot here, I think. All right. Bendinucci is butt cheeks. Yeah, Lamar's turning into a running back. Yeah, honestly, Breeze has been playing better than I thought he would be the last couple weeks. JR Kendricks, I think, is on the practice squad. All right, we got our dad back. Carson would help a lot, Adam. Carson would help a lot.
Is it really you? The Sioux who saved me, wasn't it?
No, Hasher, we had better not do that. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but Carson is made of glass. JR, I don't listen to any Seahawks podcasts right now. If Carson wants to sign something cheap, okay, but we cannot sign him to a long-term deal. Or a big money deal. No way, Shervin, I'm not doing that, not for a second. Ian, I don't know when I'm going to do another call-in stream. I will do one eventually. I'll figure it out. It's a lot of work for me to run a call-in stream. Sorry, but I will try to do one. Shervin, that's a little closer. That's a little more reasonable. But he's made of glass and is probably already starting to break down a little bit, so I can't give him that much. I really can't. I like him, but you can get another good guy in the draft or free agency. Oh, Hasher, I know Filoki, but I'm not sub to him. Yeah, I know, JR. It's such a joke. It's such a joke, but whatever. It doesn't affect me personally. I wish people could go to the stadium and watch the Seahawks, because I know people want to. But it doesn't affect me at all, I guess, so I'm not even going to get that mad about it. Yeah, Shervin. I've heard about that before. Ryan, I hope you're onto something, man.
The mark. It's glowing again. Your powers, they're back.
This was the longest sequence ever, bro. I better be about to save.
The luminary is restored to us, and all thanks to his honored parents.
Alright, Octagonia. Goff has to have the worst contract, yeah. Hasher, I think maybe. The thing is, I want to say this. You don't want to have a owner who interferes with the head coach's business. You want an owner who will hire the coach or GM and just let them do whatever they want to do. Now, and if the head coach is not doing well, you fire the head coach and get another one. But you don't want an owner to tell a coach what he wants to do. That's how you get, like, what happened with Jerry Jones. He hired Bill Parcells, but then he told Bill Parcells, okay, your defensive coordinator has to be Mike Zimmer. And Bill Parcells did not want Mike Zimmer to be his defensive coordinator. He wanted somebody who actually knew how to run the 3-4, and Zimmer had never run the 3-4 before. God loves you. There's no situation. Jody Allen is still the owner. And also, after that, when he hired Wade Phillips, he said, okay, Jason Garrett has to be your offensive coordinator. And Wade Phillips had no say in whether or not he would have wanted somebody else. You don't want that. I know that. Bruh. Okay. Yeah, Paul Allen died, but his sister took over. I don't even need an offensive-minded head coach. I just want a head coach who will stay out of the way of the offense. If we have somebody like Schottenheimer who is doing a fairly good job. Chris Richard was pretty good, yeah. Yeah, Robert, he definitely will at some point. I just don't know when. Fourth and 1. Josh McDaniels will 100% become a head coach at some point, I think. Shervin, they did a coordinator purge that offseason. Everybody had to go. Nobody got spared. And it's not like Chris Richard was doing great. He was doing fine, but I understand saying, hey, I think we can do better. We tried. But unfortunately, we found somebody who is much, much worse. Okay. So how do we get to Octagonia? Dundrasil, okay. Where's Dundrasil? Now, Ryan, I think that might have more to do with the coordinator than Wilson itself. And I watched them on TV. Oh, I have a Samsung, Ian. It's a Samsung. Dundrasil Dragon. Ah, okay, I see where Octagonia is. No, Daniel, I'm not. Okay, if we go north, I think we'll be pretty close. I might get a new TV next year. I'm going to get a PS5 probably next year, maybe the Xbox, new PC, new phone, new microphone, new webcam. I'm going to get a whole bunch of new electronics. Maybe I'll throw a TV in there. Yeah, Ian, it's fine. JR, no, I don't. I think he's quite happy with the decisions that he made. He got to another Super Bowl. It didn't work out for him, and it looks like the party's over, but whatever. All right, Hasher, see you later. I might go on Reddit. I'm not married. Jeebus. Do you think if I had a wife, she'd let me stream all day? I'm streaming video games for like 3 hours at night. Do you think my wife would be okay with that? The day I get married is the day I'm not having nearly as much time to make videos and streams for you guys. Yeah, Tio was awesome.
To be getting on with.
Seriously? You ain't an Octagonian to let your hair down? Why else would anyone come here? Everyone's been miserable since it got all dark and that, right? Well, this is where people come to forget all that horrible stuff. To have a bit of fun. I met this girl on the road as it happens. She said she was headed here too. Cool, she was a looker.
Cool, blimey.
She was one of them martial artist types, you know. I was hoping to see her here, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, JS. I mean, 2021 is going to be the year of Brendan. I mean, you know, I haven't really been buying stuff for the last several years. Yeah, Ian, but eventually, hopefully by next year, Disley's ready to be a full-time tight end.
Bruv! There he is. I thought he'd never show up. Well, it was nice talking to you. Maybe we'll bump into each other in town again, eh? You took your time. Where have you been, you plonker? We got fun to be having. Come on.
Hold up.
Octagon. It has been a long time.
Well, there's no harm.
I would probably be a little whacked out in the head, too, if I was a freak athlete.
Oh, no. Washi was talking about could be
Genetically different. Some people are just genetically different. Like, look at LA Beast. Somehow he manages to do the things that he does and he doesn't die. And look at the stuff he does to himself for no reason other than to make a little YouTube money. Genetically different. He's one of the few people in the world who can actually survive doing the things that he does. And he keeps doing them even though he hates doing it. And is clearly miserable doing it
to be
just because.
looking. Ugh, and what's with that ugly statue? So tacky. Welcome to Octagonia.
A monster. Be on your guard.
Oh, come now. There's no need for all that. You're in the new Octagonia now. There's no fighting here anymore. Only fun. All those tournaments they used to host.
Sad.
So uncivilized. The arena's a casino now.
Ian, I will do it eventually. I just don't know when. I need to pick the right game for it.
Spectral fentanyls. Why don't you step inside and chance your arm? It's just upstairs. Who knows? It might be your lucky day.
A casino run by monsters, eh? It all sounds a wee bit fishy to me. Still, we'd better go and take a look. Jade might be inside.
I get up, I get down, I walk around a little bit, all kinds of stuff. My top 5 receivers of all time: Rice, Moss, T.O., Calvin Johnson, Antonio Brown. If you want to go way back, then I would probably put Maynard and Lance Allworth in there, but they played in a different era, so you can't really compare them. It's not even really fair to make that comparison. Like, Don Maynard played when wide receiver may as well have not existed. Yeah, Rodney, I'm not thrilled about it, that's for damn sure. Why can't we just make him play out the season and see where we are? What's wrong with that? Steve Largent is not top 5. Sorry, he's not. Okay. I think that's going to take us home tonight. Whew. Alright, guys. It's almost midnight. I'm going to go and get out of here. We made a lot of progress tonight. I don't know how far we are away from beating the game, but we're getting there. So hope you all had fun. Shervin, that's not right. Randy Moss's best season was when he had 23 touchdowns. Randy Moss had the season in New England where he had 23 touchdowns or whatever. That was his best season. Robert Saleh is not a good defensive coordinator. Robert Saleh is trash. All right.